The first thought I want to give you is this: what you see is what you get. What God shows you with your spiritual eyes is what is obtainable for you. What are those things that God has placed in your heart? What are the dreams that God has there? What are the ideas or the opportunities that may have come your way that at some point you threw to the side because you thought, I can't now? But if God has planted something in the eyes of your spirit, you can get it. It is obtainable. What you see is what you get. Isn't that amazing? That if God can show you something that is impossible, and you can see it with your spiritual eyes, that it may linger, it may take some time, but you can actually grow stronger in your faith and not weaker in your faith. That is what God has for us. Don't stop. Don't let go. Plod on. If you can barely lift one foot, lift it up and put it in front of the other. Because the only thing that can stop us is if we lay down and give up. We have to have a vision. We have to have a word to hold on to. And I'm going to give you 3 things. These are going to sound familiar to you. The first thing is this: the presence of God, we know, is everywhere. We know He is omnipresent. But I want you to understand also that God also is at any time. That He is not subject to time and space. God can intervene and intersect at any point in time in your life. The second thing I want to give you is His mission. His mission, everyone. And we've talked about this in the past, and you may recognize this. These are the 3 phrases that are on the code of our church. And we preach a lot about the mission of God. What's the mission of the church? The mission is to reach the lost, that none should perish. And His mission is everyone. But I also want you to understand that His mission is for everyone. That there is no one that doesn't qualify when they are believers in Jesus and they've made Jesus Lord of their life. No one that doesn't qualify for mission. Everyone is to partake of the mission. Everyone is to be a part of something, of grabbing a hold of the destiny of God for the purpose of the kingdom of God. The last point I want to share with you this morning, thank you, ushers, I appreciate that, is that we must have His life every day. His life in us every day. Paul said in Philippians, he said, "For me to live is Christ." This great persecutor of the church, this person who was educated, he was religious, he thought he knew everything there was to know, but his life changed from where he was, completely changed who he was when he met Jesus Christ. He got to the point where when he ended his writings here, he said, "For me, to live is Christ." Everything I've done before, everything I thought was living was not living. I haven't lived until I've known Christ.